Have you ever woken up to find a decapitated lawn gnome in your front seat? Probably not. But that's what happened to 16-year-old Alex Gregory when he decided to get drunk and steal his car. Notes from the Midnight Driver by Jordan Stoneblick is a realistic fiction book. While his mother is on a date, 16-year-old Alex decides to get drunk, steal her car, and drive to his father's home, hoping to catch him, romancing one of Alex's former teachers. His goal? Revenge. Reality? A damaged car, a decapitated gnome, a drunk driving charge, and community service. He is ordered to serve his 100 hours visiting Solomon Lewis. Now I'm going to read you an excerpt from Notes from the Midnight Driver. You walk into a nursing home, and there's a lot to contend with. First of all, you're hit with the smell, like somebody just cooked up a rotten turkey carcass and marinated it in Lysol. Then there's the color scheme, which is exciting variations that run the full spectrum, from white to off-white to beige. And the people. They are grumpy-looking charge nurses ordering everyone around, grim-faced orderlies wheeling patients to and fro in wheelchairs and gurneys, the occasional detached doctor striding through on an urgent mission, and of course, the patients. Okay, my mom told me to call them residents, but who we're kidding here? They're sick, right? Then they're patients. Residents, my butt. Anyway, all I'm trying to establish is that as I walk into Egbert P. Johnson Memorial Home for the Aged to start my sentence, I was in no giggling mood, and the atmosphere they're in wasn't likely to cheer me up anytime soon. I marched up to the third floor nursery station, where they must have been expecting me. 3 women were sitting with their heads sort of gaggled together, and they hushed up with an almost audible snap when I came around the corner from the elevator lounge. Hi, my name is Alex Gregory, and I've been assigned to work with Mr. Solomon Lewis. Am I in the right place? One of the 3, a heavy-set middle-aged woman whose name read Claudel Green, RN, looked at me up and down, chuckled, and said, "Oh, you're in the right place, baby. We got the one and only Mr. Solomon Lewis, don't we, girls?" Added a Miss Juanita Case, LPN, who was much younger, very pretty, and basically snickering in my face. "Your mother sure picked a good one for you. Ever since we got our Solomon Lewis, all other floors are envious. Nobody else got anything like a Solomon Lewis. Are you the new volunteers going to make Mr. Lewis all happy and cheerful for us?" The third member of the trio was Lenore McCarthy, certified social worker, a tiny woman who looked practically old enough to just get out one of her chairs and into a bed in one of the rooms. She said under her breath, "This ought to be a hoot." Then she looked right at me, pointed to the first door on the right. "We keep Mr. Lewis in 344, so he's close to the station here, and we can minimize the damage he does, so to speak. You can go in now. He loves getting a new volunteer. In fact, he's had about 4 different ones since July. Just one piece of advice, don't be nice to him. He'll eat you up if you let him get an edge." The other 2 echoed her with the cries of, "You got that right, and you think this one will last through supper?" Stoneblick has created a memorable cast of characters. First you have Solomon, a former jazz guitarist who is now dying of emphysema in the nursing home. The narrator, Alex, a budding guitarist with a tendency to make excuses rather than assume responsibility. And Alex's best friend, Lori, a tiny pixie-like karate master whom Solomon refers to as Alex's wife. Even minor characters help this book become what it is. So you'll have to read Notes from the Midnight Driver by Jordan Stoneblick to figure out what happens with Solomon and Alex.